Erin, first of all, pleasure to meet you. Amazing job on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I absolutely love this show. The best villain intentions are easy for the audience to understand. Can you talk to me about the complexity of the Flag Smasher's motivation?
Yeah, so obviously it seems quite complex at the minute because I understand where they're coming from, and I think in the first episode, especially, they were being perceived as these horrible criminals, and I think maybe people are starting to understand a little bit more now that their fight is deeper than that, and the root of them is quite good, and what they're fighting for is, I feel like a lot of people can agree with. It's kind of that weird in between where she's like not a villain, not a hero, she's just doing her thing.
Now, your character is based on the original Flag Smasher, Carl Morgenthau. Is your version a reinvention of that character, or will we see Carl come out play out later on?
I'm looking at it as a reinvention. I think they are quite different. There are some similarities, don't get me wrong. I think Carl is in there somewhere. But what I took from the scripts was that she is quite different, and that their drive is a little bit more different, and their experiences are a bit different as well.
Now, how closely did you study the Carl the Flag Smasher from the comic books? And were there any specific comics you used for inspiration for the portrayal of Carly?
So I didn't actually read the comics. I researched Carl himself. I didn't want to dive too deep because I did get the vibe that they were going to be different from what Kari had said on our FaceTimes and things. And so I didn't want to base my entire performance off the comics because it is a reinvention and they are very different. So I didn't want to think about that too much. And I instead took the scripts and kind of used that as my research. And also I had time with Kari and Zoe to talk about the character and where she came from, you know.
Now, despite the Flag Smashers' tactics, their moral ideology of a world without borders is quite admirable. Do you think that Carly and the crew moving forward are going to be looked at as more heroes or villains?
Again, that's quite hard. I feel like I hope that people understand her more. And if people understand her more, maybe they'll resonate and like her more, which I don't know, maybe lean more towards the hero. But again, I don't think that, me personally, I don't think she's either, especially I think it's probably, she's a middle ground. She's the gray area.
Little bit of a gray area. I love it. Now, we've seen you kick butt on Disney Plus now. Is there any chance we can get an Enfys Nest either TV show in the Star Wars spinoff, or maybe appearing in some of these Disney Plus shows?
I would love that if that was the case. I haven't heard anything, but I would love to play Enfys Nest again. If Disney came to me and said, will you play her again, I'd 100% do it. She was such a fun character to play.
Where would you like to see her pop up next?
Where would I?
The
Mandalorian would be pretty cool.
I love it. Now, with the character Carly, what did you want to bring to that role that may have not been on the page? Honestly,
having read the scripts and seen the show, I feel like the things that I wanted people to understand about her, or they're conveyed. I feel like in the script, it's really clear on her drive and her standpoint. I think it's quite clear, and I think it'll be interesting for people to learn more about her. I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited too. I can't wait to see where your character goes. The show's amazing. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Joseph. It was nice speaking to you.
Nice speaking to you too. Take care.